Hey guys, I'm over here on the Cranberry River after work, and I've got a couple hours to fish this afternoon. It's about 38 degrees. It's a little chilly when the wind blows. If the wind don't blow, it ain't too bad. But the water is normal level. It's crystal clear, and I can't believe it, but I'm over here and I haven't seen a car or a person driving up through here. I haven't seen a single person yet, so that's very unusual for the Cranberry River. So hopefully I can get over here and get on this rock and cast out in this swift and maybe get lucky enough to catch some of these rainbows they've stocked. So we'll see how it goes, and I'll be back with you shortly. All right, had another small one come up and hit one of them shrimp eggs. Now what they're doing is most of the time they're letting it pass and not hitting it at all. But when they do hit it, they're just barely tapping on it. So we'll get this fish up here and throw him back. I mean, he's about average, about what we've been catching. Nothing huge, but fun to catch nevertheless. All right, I want to give you a little view of what's going on here. And I understand that you're not going to be able to see what I see. But out in front of me, about 15 yards, there's probably 7 or 8 trout laying there. I've caught 2 so far. But they're laying there huddled up, and most of the time, I'm casting up there in a little bit of swift and letting it float down by them. Most of the time they're watching it and not hitting it, not picking it up. But every now and then one will go for it, but when he does, he's just barely tapping it. So I don't know if the 30-degree temperature drop is affecting them or not from yesterday. But yesterday when I was on Williams, they were more aggressive. And today they're just barely bumping it. As you can see, well, I'll show you up here, they stock up here. And what happens is them fish will float and come down through here into this hole. And normally they're laying up here. But today I see them out here. And when that water gets up, you can see where they wash down, and you can go down through this stretch of water and catch several. But anyway, today they're huddled up. I mean, I can tell for sure there's at least 7 or 8. And they're playing hard to get, but maybe we'll get lucky enough to get a couple more out of here before we move on to another hole. All right, that last hole that I just left, the more I got to looking, it seemed like there was about probably 10 trout out in there. So I tried spinners, jigs, power bait, and shrimp eggs. They ignored everything I threw at them with the exception of shrimp eggs. And they weren't going crazy over them, but every now and then they would hit it. I ended up catching 2 out of that hole, threw them back, and I did have a couple other bites, but they were just nibbles. So I've changed spots, and I've come up here to a place where I'm about 100 yards down below a hole that I know they stocked the hole up the river. So I come down here into this swift part to see if any of these trout has floated down in here or swam down in here. So I'm gonna take a shrimp egg, since that's about the only thing I've had any luck on, and cast up in the head of this hole and see if I can get it to drift down through the swift and see if I can get something to pick it up. So let's see what happens. Huh. Looky there. I'm gonna tell you something, this trout's hard to get. Hard to get. Look there. Pretty tough. He took my bait 3 or 4 times before I finally caught him. Let's throw him back here in the water. There we go. Not a big trout, but this is one of them go-to spots I like to come fish. Even when I'm not having a very good day, I usually can come here and catch one. So that's the 3rd trout I've caught today, and it's about time to head out of here. So I might make a couple more casts, but it's about time to go. But 3's about the best I could do, but 3's better than none.